Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. I'm slurring my words a little bit. So anyways, hello. Hi. It's me. Last played game 5 days ago. Listen, I'm gonna be busy this month. I didn't mean for it to completely get away from me. I honestly thought I'd just skip 2 days of recordings, but oh my god, I haven't played this game in 5 days. Oh my god. I don't want to look at the channel. I don't want to look at the channel. I'm looking at the channel. I'm looking at the channel. Chat. I'm looking at the channel. Oh, I don't want to look. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. Ah, the pain. So it's jury question mark? Yes, jury. Mimi. Jury, Mimi, Toshiaki, Aiko, Moriko. All right, where's Haru? Oh no. No, Haru was actually 3 weeks ago. I think we could do a Miku. I think we could do a Miku run. Where's Ayaka? We haven't done Ayaka or Miku in a while. You know what? We could do Ayaka. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm alright with that. Are you okay with that? I'm alright with that. It's Ayaka Gaming. We'll do Curious Birthmark, why not? It'll be funny. Sure, it's Misery Worm time. Each mystery, a new status will weigh you down. Oh my god. It's Misery Worm time. We haven't done an El Zao run in a while, so... You know, bro sounds like Mordekaiser's old name. Sanukal? Elzal? They could be friends. They could know each other, it's true. Okay. So, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna click this, and we're gonna click this, and we are not going to do it again, because I think we want to sell it for money. I think I would like money. We have to get more money. Now, the thing is, Ayaka's chalk, dog shit item, so we don't even need to worry about that, alright? Don't even worry about that for 5 seconds, though the nightmare begins again. I hope it doesn't. Let me give you all a piece of advice, alright? When you are handling a can of food, inspect the can before you continue to handle it. That's the Webweaver sage advice of the day. Because, you know, sometimes you're not paying attention, you're listening to music, you just grab a can of food, and you're like, it's time to make dinner. Don't do that. Inspect the can. Just glance at it, you know? Just make sure that it's a normal can of food, and then everything will be alright and not result in a little bit of drama as a treat, you know? Botany, Fear Festival, Household Hell. We've got a lot of out of town right now, and it's like... Not really a big fan of out-of-town gaming, but here we go. 2% reach fund? Alright, cool. Let's spend our money then. Let's go buying. Let's go buying. Let's go buying with money. Monkey wrench is exactly what you want to see. Get this shit out of here. Give me this monkey wrench. Now, we do have an old coin in case we get something disastrous, but I unfortunately don't think Homeboy is a, you know, something that we can get rid of here. So it would be, like, right where this is, right? It'd be right here. So unfortunately, I don't think there's any way to get rid of this. It'd be really funny if the buttons were still under here, and it's like, you know, you could do all that, and it would be pretty funny, but we've got, it would be very funny if you could cleanse the Misery Parasite, but... You know, it is what it is. It would also be cool if the Misery Parasite did count as a curse, and it counted towards Ayaka's abilities, because that would be pretty cool. I do like the idea that Ayaka is just completely cursed, like, just entirely completely cursed. I think that's a fun idea on the character, like, archetype. Because, you know, there's always people who are, like, cursed in an eldritch or, like, magical setting, you know what I mean? But they don't, and that has bad consequences for Ayaka's regular everyday life, because anytime she gets close to somebody, they explode into, you know, meat chunks. They get gibbed like they're playing, like, a Quake or something. I don't know. I'm not a Quake pro, Andy, but, you know, you get gibbed. I've heard of that before. You know, you hit somebody so hard that they explode into a bunch of meat chunks. I've heard of that before. Thankfully, I haven't seen that in real life. That would be pretty traumatizing. But in a video game, it's pretty entertaining. it is true and real that in a video game it is fairly entertaining. So what do we want out of this? We want to get out of here as quickly as possible. We want to get out of here as quickly as possible. I don't want to entertain this. I don't want to entertain anything about the forest. Because, you know, it's undulating slowly. Which I've been told never to say that word again, but, you know. They're telling me that I should not say undulating. That I say undulating in a weird way. Many people are saying this. Okay, so you see something like this and you're just like, you need to go to hell and die. Like, you see something like this and it's like, this is awful. Like, this is awful for you, it's awful for me, it's awful for everybody involved. So what do you want from me and what do I want from you? Well, it's very simple, actually. We're gonna have to. There's no good way to do this. There really, really isn't. And I really don't want to cast that. I think you gotta bail. I think you gotta bail. Like, as much as I want to get EXP, this is just one of those fights that it's like, it really doesn't work out for you. And you're doing 2 to all, so it's like, it's just bad for me to be here. It's just bad for everybody involved. You know, maybe the wolves start walking on 2 legs every once in a while. We ran away from that homie, so we can take some damage here and there. But, like, imagine going from, like, you know, you get hit, like, twice there. You're at like 3-5, and then you go through that gauntlet, and then you're at 1-3, and it's like your run's over, right? Your run's completely screwed. Second enemy Shiro-san, by the way. Also, you know, I keep telling Tourmaline, you know, that she's gotta like lock it in and play like 1 game for like thousands of episodes so that she can become like permanently cemented as a part of that game's community, and then always have like some sort of like niche relevancy or whatever. But, the thing is, she just does that with Resident Evil. Like, every time I see Tourmaline Hazard is streaming, and I go check, like, the crazy thing is, chat, is that, like, she's always streaming a Resident Evil game, every single time. And I'll see her pick up, like, an egg and throw it at a dude. I'll see, like, some cutscene about a girl strapped to a surgical chair or something, and then there's like these blue lights shining down with like a Fallout computer that they have the default Fallout green color on, you know. I don't really know, chat. It's like, and she's always wearing some ridiculous outfit that doesn't make any sense with the context of the game, like a bonus unlockable outfit. And it's like, listen, you know, I'm looking at this right now, and it's like, how many times has she played Resident Evil 4? I didn't even know Resident Evil 4 looked like that. I guess that's the new Resident Evil 4. How many times has she played Resident Evil, whatever it's called? She's played them all. She's always playing a Resident Evil game. And it's like, you know, I guess we're going to a Fear Festival, right? +2 for each ally. I mean, we're getting incredibly lucky with the Misery Worm, right? Like, that's pretty good. And Onsen sounds great, by the way. Peak cinema right there. Yoichi moment? True. Get Yoichi a true... We need a World of Horror true gift. That's true. And real. We do need a World of Horror true gift. What would it even be, though? Like, the rotoscoped Haru with the, like, the stalker mask kicking down the door, like the Yakuza rotoscope. But when he kicks down the door, it's just the Morgan Freeman true gif. That could probably be it. That's not a terrible idea. We need to level up, by the way. This is so bad. I'm gonna be real with you. We're gonna go Jar of Blood just because we can onsen, but if we could not onsen, I would say, like... And even then, it's not really that worth it. I was genuinely considering it with all things considered. That's a sentence. I was thinking about it. We could just take the peace of mind. Now, you gotta throw hands here. You do. Oh, but it's a 50% chance, man. That shit's awful. I would rather take that 50%. Our combat right now is so miserable. I almost think this is like a terrible weapon to give Ayaka in the early game. Just because it's like, what on earth do you, like, want to do with it? We have to make a 50% chance. Twice? Like, we have to fight. I need EXP, but, like, this is miserable. Oh, okay, hold on. Can we get up to 70 at least? Yeah, 70, 80. Just that gif of the dog accepting death. Like the acceptance dog. We've done this bit before, I'm not doing it again. The acceptance dog. Whenever I go to Tenor gift search, I just type acceptance dog. And that's it. It's the first thing that shows up. The dog looking up, fades in, fades out. That's the gif. There's only so many, some bits cannot be repeated, it's true. Now, I was doing some expert roulettes with a friend earlier, and I was doing it as White Mage, and something that I always think about is the integration of Divine Grace as an attached button to Temperance, and the thing is, like, I think that Divine Grace should not be a button, and I think they should remove it from I think they should just put the effects of Divine Grace onto Temperance, because, alright, hear me out here. Temperance is a White Mage super button that gives your entire party mitigation, and it increases the healing that they receive for like a 20-second period, alright? It's busted, it's super powerful, it's super strong. It's really good. And the thing about it, oh, we gotta get rid of this money. I got this money? I should have gotten the guy. But then I would have taken Doom from the, you know, having an ally. Get this money out of my inventory, bro. I don't need any money. I don't have any enemies. And so basically, Temperance is like this big mitigation. It makes your party take less damage, and your party heals more from everything, right? It's great. It's fantastic. Now, the thing is, though, it has, because Dawn Trail introduced, like, the action change buttons, where it's like, when you press a button, it turns from one button to the next button. And so it's like you just press, like for Temperance, when you use Temperance, it normally goes on cooldown for like 1 minute and 20 seconds or whatever, right? I don't actually know. I should probably know that off the top of my head, but I don't. 2 damage, huh? That's what I say about that. I don't have an ally, right? Oh, it's Survivor's Guilt? Bro, I hate Survivor's Guilt. Blood Mania it is. I would have taken Eldritch Possession if it showed up, but we've got good combat now, so that's all I can ask for. So after you press Temperance, it does still go on cooldown, but it turns into a new button called Divine Grace. And that was Dawn Trail's big thing, is like every job has something that turns into something else, right? And Pictomancer and Viper use these mechanics a lot, but every other job in the game kind of just has like 1 or 2 buttons that changes, right? And you can, I think you can change certain combos to just be a single button, but I'm not entirely sure, right? And then you can make it to where certain combos are, instead of being 1 button, they're like 3 buttons or whatever, right? It's just whatever you personally prefer. Now, Divine Grace gives you a shield and an effect that when that shield is broken, you get HP regen. And it does this to everybody everybody who's nearby and yourself, right? So it's this AoE shield and regen when the shield is broken. Now, the thing is, with how this works, when you are using Temperance, it is probably when the party is taking a fuck ton of damage, when the party's going to take a lot of damage and you're going to have to heal them, right? And so you're mitigating the fuck ton of damage that they take, and you're making it easier for you to heal them afterwards. And you can usually line it up to where Temperance is covering multiple things. Now, when you add in a small shield for the entire party and regen for the entire party, that is just objectively awesome, right? Like, the idea of it being, you know, that as like an effect is really cool, and I really like it. There's one big problem, though. Yo, we're kind of balling here. There's one eensy little bitsy problem, okay? There's one eensy beatsy problem. And that is that when a button changes into another button, and I think you can turn this off, but it's on by default, which makes it annoying. it changes Temperance to Divine Grace, and it puts Divine Grace on a little bit of a cooldown, because it's like, okay, what if you don't want to hit it immediately? You know what I mean? Like, what if you don't want to hit... This is so unlucky, bro. What if you don't want to hit it immediately? But the thing is, I can't really think of many situations where you wouldn't want to hit it immediately, because if you're popping Temperance, that means that damage is coming out, and so you want to presumably, like, mitigate as much as possible, or, like, you have something that needs to be mitigated so much that you're using Temperance. And so it's like, there might be super hyper niche situations where you are like, okay, I want a Temperance and then I'll Divine Grace later, but like 90% of the time I think it would be much better if you could just instantly cast Divine Grace. Now you can take that, like, cooldown thing off. I'm, like, 90% sure I heard that you could do that. I haven't done it myself because I haven't messed around with the options, but it's like, when the party's gonna get hit by something that's super scary, I have to Temperance a little bit earlier than I normally would, and then I Divine Grace, so that the Divine Grace can be there for, you know, that happening. The annoying part... Do we have, like, branded or something? Like, what the hell's going on here? I want to get rid of Survivor's Guild, actually. Just because it's like, you need to go. You gotta go, buddy. You gotta go to hell. Like, you gotta die. Like, they gotta put you in the contraption. Okay, what did I do wrong? What's happening? Why do we just have, like, 80 million Doom for, like, no reason? It's Mystery 3. Like, this isn't a doomed location. We don't have branded. We've only gotten plus 4% Doom from... Like, what the hell happened? Like, we're guaranteed to lose. I'm just a little confused at this point. Like, why do we have 82 Doom? I even opted to take health damage. Like, I think we got Vital Clued, like, once, but that's not enough for this. Like, we're literally not even taking Doom right now. I mean, just give me another hunger and kill me instantly, right? Just put me out of my misery. 2% for each item in your inventory. Like, we don't even have any injuries. These are all, that's a mutation. Yeah, we don't have a single injury. We just have items in our inventory. So, you know, we probably just, like, equip this, use the old coin, and then just remember handcuffs, I guess. Throw the wooden bat. Put the friend's diary away. We have a library book, but it's like... I don't know, dude. This is, like, crazy. Like, why do we have so much goddamn Doom? I don't think Doom Effigy is gonna save us, chat. I don't think it is. I mean, I think we're dead. I 100% think we're dead, but, like, you know, I don't know. Maybe Doom Effigy can, like, pop off or something. But we're getting Doom every freaking investigation, and it's like, damn. I mean, this is a doomed location, though, so that's my bad. I should have gone to the other place first. But, like, Jesus Christ. Just got, like, 80 million Doom for no reason. Completely derailed. But it's like, whenever I want to use Temperance, I also want to use Divine Grace, because I can't use Divine Grace separately from Temperance. I can just time it slightly differently, but, like, Divine Grace, the ability to cast that is granted by casting Temperance. So it's like, when I want to use Divine Grace, I want to use Temperance, always. It's just extra. Like, I can't imagine a situation... where, because here's the thing, healing's not that bad, even with M6S and the current tier where it's like healing is actually like a thing that you have to do now, even with all of that, it's still not that bad, right? Like, you know, and if it ever got to the point where it was that bad, it's like, the average healer is not going to be optimizing Divine Grace like that. Like, Divine Grace optimization is not a thing that we need to do. It's not a thing that anybody needs to do, right? Like, it just... I use it when I use Temperance, and you have to use it within the window of using Temperance, because that's when you have, like, the Divine Grace ready buff, or whatever, right? So the thing is, it's like, I don't know, we'll just get stabbed or whatever, it's fine. It's actually not fine, but, you know, We'll just kill the boss in one hit, right? Okay, so get rid of this, and then get rid of this, and then get rid of this, and then we're throwing the wooden bat, because you can't throw the handcuffs. So this is gonna do... This actually isn't really that worth it to do it like that. Because it's like, oh, you're gonna do +5 damage? Why don't you just kill? You know, why do you care about +5 damage when you can just kill the boss? Like 100% of the time. Damn, we're getting owned, dude. We have 2 holes and 1 insomnia. That sucks. Like, we're gonna die. Like, don't get me wrong, but like... Alright, there we go. That's the being put out of our misery, right? But like... Damn, we just got like 80 Doom for like no reason. I don't think Doom effigy is good. Were we getting Doom every time we got a curse? Is that a thing? Was that like an Ayaka nerf? Like what we do? Did I not know? Hold on. Did I not know that about Curious Birthmark? Like what is that? Is that an Ayaka thing? Is that a Curious Birthmark thing? What is this? Any damage taken in combat can cause a curse. Okay. Is that an Elzal thing? Each mystery, a new status will weigh you down. +2 curses every mystery. Once per mystery, cure 1 curse. It fell from the sky. Grants 1 free curse removal. Okay. Okay. For each active curse, which is, like, you know... Huh. No, I don't get it. That's weird. Anyways, there will be more horse race testing later. I've been having a lot of fun making it. I've been making it, like, a version of it for my static, so that we have, like, the static horses racing each other, and that's been pretty fun. I need to make, like, a YouTube roster, or, like, maybe just record my FC's league that we're going to be doing for horse racing, but, yeah. It's been a pretty fun experience, so we're definitely going to do a YouTube league at some point. But I've been a little busy this month. Sorry about that. Anyways, stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.